All right, the movie we watched was Coffee, starring Pam Grier, directed and written by Jack Hill. It's your typical 70s blaxploitation action film. This movie surprised me. It's my first venture into blaxploitation, and it was really,
Really?
really.
I had no idea.
No, it's
Oh
a
my God. I grew up with this stuff in the 70s.
yeah. This was a lot of fun. The only thing I think was missing from this movie was kung fu. Um,
I'll give you that.
yeah,
I was waiting for a big kung fu moment. The Asian chick that was answering the phones at the whorehouse, I was expecting her to.
that would have been perfect. That would have been perfect. This movie surprised me. It had a lot of story to it, and a lot of meaning behind it.
Mhm.
It was obviously an allegory for the times, but also for a lot of things that hasn't changed: politics, police corruption, just money rules, everything. So
Boobs.
boobs, yes, that was a surprise to me.
Really?
Every fight, somebody had their boobs out. It was like a requirement.
What? This is really your first.
Yes,
I didn't know that this was your first
it
inroad
it
to
was.
black exploitation.
Yes.
Because, yeah, oh, we're gonna have to do a few more of these then. Because if you think this, we'll find some. We'll find some. You'll be like, oh my God.
This was a lot of fun though. She was
Yes,
the epitome of badass.
she was the anti-hero. Because the character of Coffee, who's played by Pam Grier, is a nurse. So she's used to helping people. She wants to save
Yeah.
people, and she's been put into a situation where she's looking for revenge. Her sister had got an overdose,
Mhm.
bad acid, bad heroin. I forgot what the drug was that they were using, but she winds up in a hospital, and Pam Grier is going to visit her, and you get that backstory there, and it's probably got more story, plot, and character development than most. Oh, but yeah, this one here, Coffee, was a really good movie. First 6 minutes, somebody gets killed in Coffee. You realize who Coffee is. Not someone to mess with.
Yeah.
She's not.
Shotgun to the face.
Yep. Her favorite weapon, a shotgun,
Yeah.
which is fantastic. I mean, if you're going to shoot, make sure you're going to hit something.
It had that was one of my surprises was the level of gore in a 1973 flick.
Oh, really?
To see that, I just didn't
Yeah.
expect to see a shotgun face to the head, and just honestly, I feel horrible for laughing at the death of King George.
Oh,
Um,
yes. Yeah. King
but
George was.
being
He had it coming. I mean,
he
really.
he did have it coming, but the poor bastard was drugged behind a car, down a
Oh,
street, bodies flinging back and forth, hitting every cone, and then in the parking lot doing don't.
I was laughing, and you're like, oh my God, that's horrible. But
And then I'm laughing too, as
yeah,
his
it's like,
crumpled body
that's so
goes flying.
horrible and so over the top.
And yeah, and it was
There, the guy was a bad guy though, so he kind of had it coming. The problem was he got killed by other bad guys.
right.
Had it been a good guy that did that to him, you'd have been like, yes, justice served. But
Where the hell did Pam Grier learn to fight like this? Who told her to
she,
put razor blades in her hair? That was awesome.
that was unseen. When she was doing that, I was like, why is she? And I was like, oh wait, no,
Yeah,
I know what's going to
and it
happen now.
was
She's looking
great.
for a fight.
It was
She was
great.
looking for that fight.
Hold on a
Um,
second. Let me rip my top off and now grab my hair.
yeah, yeah. Now grab my hair, I dare you.
Yeah.
Because now I'm going to rip your top off, and we're just going to roll around with boobs flopping out all over the place.
Yeah.
That that that's a big thing from the 70s. At some point, somewhere along the line, every producer, every director thought, let's bare someone's breast because that will get them into the theater. And we don't need a good story. Well, luckily, this could have probably done away with that and still been a big, huge hit.
Yeah.
But, if you can figure out a way to get Pam Grier out of her top back in the 70s, somebody was going to do it.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Um, some of the music was what you would expect from 70s film, very funky, and some of it was just downright horrible. King
Yeah.
George's
The King's
soundtrack
Cup.
was freaking horrible.
I personally had a pair of plaid bell bottoms. Yes, plaid bell bottoms, and they were just as bad. looking as you would think.
You needed
And
your own soundtrack.
and when I walked, you hear bump 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 bump. Oh yeah.
Yeah. With all that being said, though, I was pleasantly surprised, and we'll be watching definitely more Pam Grier movies.
On Coffee, it was a very good movie. I highly recommend it. I don't want to do the thumbs up, thumbs down,
Right.
5 star. I would just say that I enjoyed it. I'm a child of the 70s. I mean, I love old blaxploitation movies in general. Not the greatest acting from anyone
No.
in that movie, but it was like they did it. They went out there, they shot the film.
Mm-hmm.
They did a good story, good script. The what's the word I'm looking for? The production value is much higher on Coffee than on most blaxploitation films. And if you like Pam Grier, if you just like the genre, that's a definite movie to see.
Cool.
How about you?
I really enjoyed it. It was a good, fun movie. It had more heart than I expected, and more of a message than I expected.
Right.
It wasn't your typical revenge flick. Yes, that was there, but they obviously went in trying to talk about everything, all the way from politics, gentrification, drugs being introduced into the community, just the destruction of the black community in general. All in all, it was a really good flick.
Yeah, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So, yeah, recommended. My end, I recommend it.